events. It's really not hard just to treat people the way I want to be treated. I've been talking to myself about how I talk to myself lately. I know that actually sounds scary to me. To put a come back to me spell on someone that's in a marriage, I don't care how much power they say they have. A lot of times they will let you do things to get yourself in spiritual debt. And whoever is giving you counsel, let it be wise counsel. Let it be someone who, as soon as you start trying to vibrate low, they will tell you like, hey, you shouldn't do that. This deed, this request has severe consequences. You're sitting there like you may have paid them in money, but they don't tell you that you pay in other ways. They don't suffer your debt, your soul's debt, for even initiating a spiritual transaction against someone else. They don't tell you about that. So then I come, good to me, accommodated me, didn't make me feel stupid or bad, or like I was, the world's worst parent for, getting sick, basically. Anyway, I just remembered being like in the ER, and there was no one that knew I was there. There was no one that was going to come, that ever came. Anyway, I was just saying so many precious moments, and the people, I know the world can be a very lonely place. But my testimony is that the world is also filled with a lot of beautiful, good-hearted, good-intentioned people. Today was such a beautiful day. Anyway. Now it is 144. I'm a part of the 144,000. I had to take a picture of it. I'm probably going to post it whenever I post the video. But obsession and stalking transfers your power to them. Reclaim it by minding your business, focusing on healing and growing yourself. You can do it. It can be done from a place of gratitude even. Remember gratitude? So this time, I want to address the people, whoever keeps reporting my channel with your mean selves, that why would you do that? Like, I'm going to show you guys on another platform, every single thing that I post, I have to submit an appeal just to have it posted. I'm like, well, for me, what matters most is just that I recorded and use my freedom of speech in a very creative way that both could potentially entertain people that look and tune into me. People could gain something from it that they didn't have before they crossed me. And also, like, the biggest thing is that it's coming from me. So it's my creativity. It's my creativity. I'm like, it says the content contained nudity. Where? The content, I'm just going to post some stuff. I'm going to let you see some of the things that I see. And I've gotten it on all platforms. That's why I'm like, you're such a stalker. Whoever it applies to. If it's not you, they'll be like, I ain't no stalker. Then shut up. I'm not talking to you. Let it be for who it's for. Let it stay like that. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to make it about you or let it be about you. If it's about you, then it's about you. If it's not about you, then just remember that it's not about you. That's what I think happens. People listen and they tune in, and sometimes people internalize and personalize. It could seem like I'm attacking you, but is that the reason why you don't go to church? Is because you feel attacked by the minister who wrote a sermon with no consideration to you personally. That's all I'm saying. I was just looking at this video with the guy talking about that he was talking about a jump rope, and I was just starting to really just think about the word jump rope. To say jump rope used to just tickle the hell out of me, and it still does, obviously. The thing that makes it tickle a little bit is like to say jump rope is like to say moo cow, bark dog, cry baby. See, that's not right, because babies don't only cry. Like, there are ropes that are not only meant for jumping. So I guess it matters that you specify that it's a jump rope versus, I don't know,
the other types of ropes.
like a flybird, or I don't know, a swimfish, a jump rope. Ass beaten. A walking boot. Like a walking cane, because there are many types of canes, I guess. But okay. Like, okay, a tie hair. A hair tie. A drive car. Okay, I'm done. A riding bicycle, because, well, I mean, that's the only way you're going to do something you're going to do on a bike is ride it. That's all that you can do, right? I guess, you could pump somebody. Because I was so tall, I could not really be pumped a lot, okay? And it used to just bother me because I could pump everybody, but nobody could pump me. Well, back when they could have, they had not. We were young. I was just too tall. So guess what they have tonight? They have those apple pies, baby. I should not get this excited. Baby, is there really someone standing? It ain't right. Just standing out here in this. Anyway, okay, I'm done with that. So something has been causing me to get flagged, and I've been trying to get to the bottom of it just to really like see like what's the real issue. I'm gonna post some of those. I don't know, some of those flags. I'm gonna post some of those flags so we can examine it together. Because what I'm thinking is, when I start talking about certain things, I guess people don't talk about on a regular basis, like them staircases in the forest, in the woods, like anything pertaining to HARP, like anything pertaining to any type of conspiracy theory agenda, anything like that. Don't let me start talking about reparations. Any video where I say that word, they limit the views on it, and I'm just like, again, I'm not even competitive over that, but it doesn't go unnoticed because I'm just like, why? Why is such an effort made to dumb down the fucking planet? Why do we do it? I don't even like to say we. Like, I consider myself a part of the collective, even though I know that I'm different. I know the ways that I'm different. You know, I'm still a part of the body. If judgment came on the entire planet, I'm in the planet. I'm on the planet with everyone else. So you start talking about reptilians. You start talking about agendas in organizations and companies to limit or break down salaries. This one video, they took it completely off, where I was talking about how in a position where I was making more than $60,000 a year, I looked up and I started receiving job offers for the exact same position, only making like $45,000. And I was just like, but you're already paying me. So I should have seen the acts coming, right? Things like that. Oh, start talking about the chosen or the targeted. Okay, thank you so much. So then another thing that I talk about that I see makes some of the social media platforms that I post on, obviously it agitates them, is if I'm addressing different types of discrimination, wage and credit, social class, working class, and discrimination, weight discrimination, age discrimination. I have seen it, and even though it's disgusting when I see how it's being done, and when I really consider why it's being done, it's like I believe I'm all for ushering in the younger generation. It is their time to take their position as leaders in the world. You know, this is the time, and they shouldn't be denied. This is where they get their understanding, and they get their practice, and they get their experience. But it's important. It's important to not have a team solely of young people, solely of old people. You should have diversity across the board. Diversity in gender, diversity in race, in ethnicities, in social backgrounds, credit classes. You know, the majority of the people that have bad credit, these people actually had working jobs. They were working, they had careers. They were earning a fair wage. They were taking care of themselves with that. I'm one of them, taking care of myself with the money that I was making. And then, you know, disaster hit. A grenade hit my life. And I found myself not making it. You know, I was not I lost my job. And so those accounts that I had, I owed. It's money that I owed and was not in a position to recover the debt and satisfy those accounts in a reasonable amount of time. But I'm like, what is considered reasonable when you lose your job and don't have two jobs? I had two jobs, so I had the expenses of two full-time positions, both making more than $20 an hour. For me to lose both of those positions, that's whenever I was going through the whole trauma from the fire and all that stuff. Like I talk about it freely. Primarily, it's not just like ego. Like I'm not ashamed of anything, but really also don't feel like I have anything necessarily to be ashamed of. There's some things that are completely out of your control. You can't control all of it. And I'm just saying, I found myself on the other side of collectors and people just wanting their money. Like you said that you would pay us this on this date, and these dates have passed, and where's our money? That's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate position to be in, and I really feel terribly for the people who would have been caught in that. Again, because life happens. Does that mean that you're not qualified to work this job? No, it means that something happened that disrupted my life, that disrupted your life. If you're one of those people, something happened that knocked you off of your game and knocked you off the board. And so now you are recovering, and to recover yourself, you have to find new employment. You have to. So what happens whenever your ability to provide for yourself is restricted, excuse me. What happens whenever it's restricted? I mean, all you can do is what you can do. And so, but places of employment, employers discriminate based on that. And they don't necessarily call it that, but that is what it is. If you or I or anyone, if you're not applying to a position that is finance based, you don't have the arms and the hands and the ability to take anything from the company. My financial situation should not negatively impact my candidacy for any position. But I find that it does, and it has. It's discrimination. So you know how wow, that actually hurt. You know how on the it's that I like privacy. I would just go in the house, but I don't have the privacy right now, so which it doesn't matter because I posted in this public. Okay, I'm done.